answering calls. But I want to provide my family a security blanket for the rest of their lives in case the inevitable comes home, that I don't come home. I want them to be taken care of for the rest of their lives.
God bless you. My name is Lynn Rawlings. I spent 21 years in the fire service. 13 of that was at the fire academy, and I saw friends die in the line of duty. I also saw things that I will not share with my wife, and I was working myself into the grave when I saw World Ventures. And growing up in the fire department, serving, that's what I thought life was all about. And like Dave, it was not fair to my family. So when I saw a chance to have freedom and to teach my children things that weren't taught to me, and to live life like it's supposed to be, thank you, World Ventures.
We're Willie and Catherine Wembry, and we work in public education. She's a school counselor. I'm an assistant principal. We were working really hard to make extra money by still staying in the lives of kids who are in the real world life, which is school. And my wife realized we need to make more money. So I went back to school to work on my PhD. About 8 months later, my wife started working at World Ventures. And I realized that I was going back to school to make more money, which would have been a $1,000 a year raise. And I thought I'd already invested $9,000 in that PhD, how foolish it would be for me to start doing something differently. But when I started doing World Ventures, I realized I could make a lot more money quicker and get where we really want to be. What we really want to do is retire from the school system and work our own schools, work with our own students. In a way where I can be patient and work with kids to save kids' lives from going to prison. I want to work with boys 5th grade through 12th grade and help them where it's really hard to help these boys. That's my dream, and World Ventures is helping it become a reality.
From Oklahoma. I owned a anesthesia practice, but in reality that practice started owning me. I was working 80 to 100 hours a week. By most people's standards, I made a lot of money doing that, but what good is money if you're not living a life? I knew how to, what I learned through this education system is how to make a good living. That's what I learned, but I didn't know how to make a good life. World Ventures taught me how to make a good life. Thank you.
In Minneapolis. When I went to school to be a chiropractor, I thought I was actually going to be a chiropractor, but in reality, I was an insurance coding specialist, I was a bill collector, I was a radiologist, I was a boss, and I was selling a product that most people did not want. I would say the chiropractic is almost an inherent no. And I was talking to Wayne yesterday how different my life is today than it was as a chiropractor. There was just tremendous responsibility there. And I just saw World Ventures. I mean, honest to goodness, I needed it. I was 37 years old when I saw this, and I was not where I wanted to be. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, this cannot be my life. And then World Ventures came into my life, and honest to goodness, I mean, I am so thankful for where I am today. I thank you. My life is radically, radically different than it was before. Way better. So, yeah, thanks.
Ventures 6.5 years ago. When I saw World Ventures, I was an RN, and that was my dream as a kid. I wanted to help people, and I thought that nursing was an awesome profession to do that, and I also heard that nurses made a lot of money. Yeah. So I went to school, became a nurse, thought I was helping people, but felt empty inside. And when I saw World Ventures, I felt like the spark had been reignited in me. And what I didn't know at the time is there was this piece of me, there was a person that asked me earlier, what do you feel like you've given up helping people? How do you make the transition from being a nurse and helping people to doing World Ventures full time? And the answer is, I'm helping so many more people in World Ventures than I ever did as a nurse. Now I'm financially free. Thank you, World Ventures.
Los Angeles for 25 years. And when I saw World Ventures, I didn't didn't realize how broken I was. I had, in the 25 years, I had built a career where the governor had appointed me to a state board. I was Woman of the Year for Law and Public Safety. And in that time frame, someone that decided they didn't like my advice, decided to harass me and go after my bar license. And through World Ventures, I've had the opportunity to restore myself through the friends and the mentors that I've developed with the Yaloas, with the Ruas. It's totally changed my life. And I now have a vehicle where I can exceed the income that I'm making as an attorney. So there is no ceiling. Thank you, World Ventures.
I'm Colonel Randy Bowles. I've been in the military for 32 years. I joined when I was 17 because it was my turn to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I'm using World Ventures as a vehicle to create a foundation that will help veterans and their families make sure they get all of the benefits that they deserve. I know there's no way I would reach the top 1% of officers that ever get commissioned in the military if it was not for the self-development that you get with this company. Thank you, World Ventures.
Jefferson Santos from Dallas, Texas. Many years ago, before World Ventures, I attended the U.S. Naval Academy, and when I was there, I caught the entrepreneurial bug. And when I looked at it, I was fighting for freedom, and I wanted to fly planes and take off carriers and fly around, and I still fight for freedom, and I'm helping everybody, not just in the U.S., but all around the world, get their freedom.
From Birmingham, Alabama. I'm 26 years old. I joined the military at 17. I'm currently serving over in the UK right now. I seen World Ventures 14 months ago. At the time, I was deployed out in Africa when I seen it. My passion has always been helping people, but through World Ventures, I've been able to help that much more people, and I've actually, I make more money than my enlisted leaders now, so I'm doing World Ventures full time. 78 days in a wake up, and I'll be doing this full time. Thank you, World Ventures.
Dallas, Texas. I signed up in the Marine Corps at 17 years old, which is when I got fitted for this uniform, so I gotta get off the mic quick because I can barely breathe. I saw all the, my superiors in the Marine Corps work for 20 years, and then they had to start another career. And, it was a hard service, and so I saw network marketing. I realized it was hard, and it was hard for me. It took me 6 years to get to a full-time income. But thank goodness I had the discipline to keep going and just be too stubborn to quit, because since I turned about 24, 25 years old, it's been a dream come true. Never having a job, not having to fight traffic to and from work every day, earning millions of dollars, traveling around the world with my best friends. It's an amazing life. Come join us.
Jay Pacer from Brooklyn, New York. Seen this idea 2.5 years ago. When I seen it, I was boxing professional. I was actually trying to get back into boxing as an amateur. I was boxing for about 10 years, and my dream was to become champion of the world. 2007, I turned professional, but I let the streets get in my way, and I was doing things you're not supposed to be doing, and I made bad decisions. I wasn't there mentally. Got involved with this idea, and because of this idea, now boxing could be an option. Before, boxing was my only option. But because of this company, I'm a freedom fighter, and I can fight because I love it, not because I need it. Thank you, World Ventures. Let's get it.
Ventures about 3.5 years ago. When I first saw it, I was a hotel manager. I was the guy that you'd call when you had a noise complaint. Now I'm usually the guy that you call complaining about the noise. When I first saw this deal, I just really, my wife is the one that pretty much pushed me into it. Her and this gentleman here, Michael Jackson. It's a blessing to be up here with my best friend today. My best friends, really just talking about what we've been able to do in the last 3.5 years. Year and a half in World Ventures, I was able to leave my job. Last 2 years, I've just been raising my kids full time, and I think it's hilarious when my daughter's teacher asks her, what does your dad do? And she goes, he doesn't have a job.
Brooklyn, New York, and been involved with World Ventures now for about almost 4 years. And putting on this outfit it brought back some memories, some bad memories. If you know me, I hate working, so. Construction work is a really honorable job. At the end of the day, if you don't have any construction workers, you can't build anything. You can't go to work, you can't do anything. You know what I mean? So it just wasn't my thing. It wasn't the dream that I had. And honestly, before even being a part of World Ventures, my dream was always to do whatever I want, whenever I want, drive what I want, live where I want. And World Ventures was able to provide that for me. Thank you.
Tennessee. My dream was to always become successful and make my dad proud of me. And that led me to the career in real estate. And together, Kim and I, over the 15 years, built 15 RE/MAX offices, 400 agents, 7 different companies. And we had the success, and we had the money, we had no time. And thank God Kim brought World Ventures into our life. And because of that, we're able to buy our time back, and we can truly now live a life of freedom. Thank you, World Ventures.
I used to be a partner with a firm called Coopers & Lybrand, one of the largest CPA firms. My wife was in management with AT&T. And we spent the bulk of our careers and our life together with literally having no time freedom whatsoever. By most people's standards, we make pretty good money. But I remember when I saw this, I had 4 other businesses. One of my business partners shared this with me. And I remember just thinking, oh my gosh, in the largest, most fun industry in the world, they got a product with no competition, and that sucked me right in, baby. And I will tell you what happened since then is my wife now never wakes up to an alarm clock. We've made more in the last 4.5 years. We've made more lifetime friends, had more fun, and our residual income is greater than all 4 of my other businesses combined. So thank you, God. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Dwight Hanson, my beautiful wife Badia. We live here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Literally, I met my wife 31 years ago at Gate 39C, DFW Airport. It pays to be a pilot. Fortunately, I got exposed to this industry about 25 years ago, but I never found the right company with the right leadership. 18 years ago here, about 4 miles from here, I met Wayne Nugent. A few weeks later, he introduced me to Mike Asquith. Those guys have changed our life dramatically. I became a pilot because I wanted to travel. I spent about $10,000 in the mid-60s to become a pilot. It took me 7 years to earn my first dollar as a pilot. We got into this business day one. And months later, replaced all the income I've ever made in my entire life. I've now outgrown my uniform, and I've outgrown Captain Pay.